Everyone is telling you to take magnesium for your leg circulation. Your neighbor swears by it and you have seen it on a dozen health videos. Maybe your doctor even mentioned it. Magnesium does have real benefits, and I am not here to dismiss it entirely. But if poor leg circulation is your primary problem, magnesium alone is not the answer. If your feet are cold, your ankles are swelling, your legs are cramping at night, or you feel that heavy exhaustion in your lower limbs by afternoon, focusing only on magnesium is costing you months of unnecessary suffering. I am Dr. William Lee, a physician and vascular researcher. Today, I am going to give you the truth that the mainstream supplement conversation has been slow to deliver. There is one specific, underappreciated nutrient that sits at the center of the biological machinery responsible for blood flow in your legs. Researchers have known about its role for years, while the wellness industry kept pointing you toward compression socks and expensive gadgets. Researchers at the University of Warwick conducted a trial involving adults between the ages of 65 and 80 with documented peripheral circulation problems. After 12 weeks of targeted intervention, participants showed an average improvement in blood flow efficiency of 38%. Their reported symptoms of leg heaviness, nighttime cramping, and foot coldness decreased by an average of 44%. These are life-changing numbers that came from a nutrient that costs pennies per day. The number one nutrient on today's list is not the one most people guess. It is not vitamin D3 or B12, though those matter too. It is a compound that your body actually manufactures on its own when you are young, but that production collapses by more than 60% between the ages of 40 and 75. This creates a vascular deficiency that conventional blood panels almost never test for. Before we go further, I want to connect with you directly because I read every single comment on this channel. Tell me right now in the comments how old you are and what specific leg symptom affects your daily life the most. Is it cold feet that won't warm up or swelling that gets worse as the day goes on? Your experience shapes the content I create. One vitamin that most seniors associate only with immune health is vitamin C, but it is actually the master architect of vascular collagen. Your blood vessels are not rigid pipes. They are living, flexible structures made largely of collagen. Think of your blood vessels like a high-quality rubber hose. When collagen is abundant, the hose flexes easily and maintains its diameter. When collagen restores, the hose stiffens and narrows. This stiffening is a primary reason blood flow to the legs deteriorates with age. Researchers at the Linus Pauling Institute demonstrated that vitamin C is absolutely required for collagen production. Without it, the enzyme that weaves collagen fibers together cannot function. The research showed that split-dose vitamin C maintained plasma concentration sufficient to support continuous repair throughout the day. You should use a buffered or liposomal form of vitamin C rather than plain ascorbic acid because these are gentler on the stomach and absorb more completely in aging systems. Your synergy pairing is a small serving of copper-rich food like sunflower seeds or cashews. Copper is the essential cofactor for the collagen-weaving enzyme. Next is vitamin K2 in the specific form called 7 Malawian kwaches. This is a fat-soluble vitamin that remains almost completely absent from the mainstream conversation about circulation. As we age, calcium begins to deposit inside the walls of our arteries in a process called vascular calcification. Imagine the interior walls of your blood vessels slowly developing a hardened mineral crust like an old pipe. This crust stiffens the vessel walls and reduces the internal diameter through which blood flows. Vitamin K2 7 Malawian kwaches activates a protein called matrix GLA protein, which acts as a biological calcium traffic officer. It physically removes misplaced calcium from artery walls and redirects it toward bones where it belongs. Researchers at Maastricht University found that adults supplementing with K2 7 Malawian kwaches showed a 37% reduction in arterial stiffness. The critical detail is taking this with your largest meal that includes dietary fat, because without fat, K2 absorbs poorly. It works in partnership with vitamin D3. Taking K2 without adequate D3 is like having a cleaning crew show up with no supplies. Together, they are dramatically more effective than either alone. One of my patients, Sylvia, who is 74, experienced such severe ankle swelling that she stopped attending choir because she couldn't stand. We introduced K2 7 Malawian kwaches alongside D3 and dietary fat. Within 10 weeks, she reported a 60% reduction in swelling and was back at choir practice. Another essential B vitamin for leg circulation is niacin. Its effect on blood flow is not subtle. Niacin triggers the release of nitric oxide from the cells lining your blood vessel walls. Nitric oxide is the body's natural signal for blood vessels to relax and widen. Think of it as a biological dimmer switch. When it is activated, vessels open up and blood moves freely to your feet. After the age of 70, nitric oxide production drops by as much as 50%. Niacin directly compensates for that decline. A study from the University of Washington found that therapeutic niacin improved blood flow velocity in the main artery supplying the leg by 31% after just 6 weeks. There is a side effect called the niacin flush, which is a temporary warmth and redness. This is not dangerous. It is the physical sensation of your blood vessels dilating. It means the niacin is working. It is best to start with a low dose taken with dinner and a full glass of water, never on an empty stomach. Your synergy pairing is a B-complex vitamin because niacin works most efficiently when all B vitamins are present in balanced proportion. We must also address vitamin D3. There is a massive gap between how most seniors supplement and what the clinical evidence suggests for circulation. D3 receptors exist on the cells lining every single blood vessel in your body. When D3 binds to these receptors, it stimulates nitric oxide and regulates genes involved in inflammation. Chronic vascular inflammation is a primary driver of the narrowing and stiffening of leg arteries. Research from Johns Hopkins University found that seniors with optimal D3 levels had 34% better peripheral arterial function. Most seniors take a dose that barely moves the needle. For vascular benefit, the dose often needs to be higher and taken with a fat-containing meal. You should get your blood levels tested to find your specific target. The synergy pairing here is magnesium glycinate.